how basketball plays, and it's been happening all year, and I've been able to keep my cool and try to tell Spo, let's not worry about it too much, but it is getting to me a little bit because every time I try to defend myself, I gotta face the consequences of a flagrant, for me or a technical foul, or whatever the case may be, so it's very tough, and I'm not sitting here crying about anything because I play the game at a high level. I play with a lot of aggression. I understand that some of the plays are on the borderline of a basketball player or not, but sometimes you just gotta, I don't know. It's frustrating.
Frustrating. Chris Broussard, you were there last night. Does LeBron have a point at all about this?
Well, look, I saw him get smacked in the face a couple of times. I was right sitting behind the basket where he got hit in the face a few times. I think the Kirk Heinrich thing, that was probably more LeBron bowling Heinrich over than him getting tackled and taken to the ground by Heinrich. But I thought this was a smart move by LeBron. I thought this was a page out of Phil Jackson's book, a page out of Pat Riley's book, heading into the playoffs to give the officials something to think about. Look, I'm getting hammered. Think about this in the playoffs. I don't want to be going through this come postseason. So I think it was a smart move by him. I also think it was smart to go into Boozer the way that he did because LeBron typically doesn't retaliate to physical play. But this was showing opponents, look, I'm getting tired of this. There's going to be repercussions now if guys keep hammering me. So I think that was smart. I think it was, the way he handled it was pretty sharp last night.
Stephen A.?
Well, I hear Chris's point, and I do not disagree. But at the same time, again, I think that when he talks about that, the other reason I think it's so smart is because he's not just speaking about himself, his team. Because in the end, LeBron James is the one dude on the Miami Heat equipped to deal with physical play from the opposition. Everyone else can't say the same thing. Maybe a Udonis Haslem can deal with it, but who else? I mean, Dwyane Wade, he's getting his health back. He's strong. He's fearless. He'll go at you, but that's not his game. You look at the Ray Allens, the Shane Battiers of the world, and others. That's not their game. You look at the Mario Chalmers. That's not their game. So when you look at it from the standpoint of Miami Heat collectively, getting into that kind of confrontation does not, feed into their strengths. If anything, it touches on their weakness, and it emboldens in Indiana and Chicago more so than the New York Knicks, of course. So to me, he was smart. Chris makes a very valid point, but at the same time, it's not just about him. It's about the betterment of his team because I think he can overcome all of that simply because he's 6'8", 250. The same can't be said for the rest of his teammates.
I also like Chris's point about the psychological warfare. I had not thought about that when we did this topic earlier in the show, Stephen A., and it is a good thing, playoffs approaching, to plant those seeds in referees' minds. But, Chris, I also said earlier that while LeBron James played at an MVP level for 28 straight games, including that game last night, I didn't want to hear him complain as long as he complained after the game about physical play. I didn't want to hear him, to his point, it sounded like he was crying or whining about plays that I thought were good basketball plays. I saw no cheap shots last night from the Chicago Bulls. I saw nothing close to a flagrant foul from the Chicago Bulls. I saw clean, tough, smart, physical, playoff quality basketball plays, starting with Kirk Heinrich, who just basically said, you're not going to posterize me. I'll pull you down. I'll take the fall. You can fall on top of me, but you're not going to dunk over me. And the Taj Gibson play at the end of the game, Chris, it was just a good foul. Just don't let LeBron dunk the ball. Make him go shoot the free throws. He did short arm the first one. He made the second one, but so you cost him a point. It's a good, solid, safe basketball play. He didn't go to his head, didn't go to his face. Now, I didn't see the ones you were talking about, Chris, under the basket where he got whacked in the face on other drives. But in general, I didn't see cheap shot basketball on the part of the Bulls.
Chris, those two fouls in question, do you think that they were flagrant?
Taj Gibson and Kirk Hinrich, no. Like I said, I thought Hinrich, as much as he tried to pull LeBron down, I thought a lot of it was LeBron running him over.
Yeah.
And I thought Taj Gibson, he didn't go to try to hit LeBron in the face or anything like that. It was just, he went for the ball. But like I said, other times they weren't flagrant, but just in the course of play, LeBron driving, I saw him get hit in the face about 2 or 3 times.
All right, Chris Broussard joining us from, where are you at, Chicago?